Wow, EMF Network, 4 years. Not bad. Pretty good stuff. Eric, there's not a lot of people who do it better, who work harder to cover their areas than you, man. South Central Nebraska, if you want to call it that. Great. There's not much to say, in all honesty, other than a huge congratulations on 4 years of the Lincoln Prep Sports Volleyball Lifesaver 2024. That was big, and very, very grateful that we're friends and that you were able to step up and help us out. That was great stuff. So congratulations to you from the garage that hosts, whatever, the 1011 Weather Shield. I'm filming this when it's been a very long day. So, but again, congratulations to you. And remember, this is just the beginning, man. 4 years, just the beginning. A lot more success on the way for you guys at the EMF Network. Congratulations.
Welcome to One on One, brought to you by Nebraska Equipment in Seward. Eric Johnson with you, and it's been a hot minute since we last got together and officially kind of talked about things. But the state of friend, and of course, joining me is Mr. Anderson, and I, like I said, we talked about this off the mic. I've really been losing my touch here, so I haven't got a chance to really get with you and talk about how everything is going, but I know you've been busier than heck. So how's everything your way?
Good. Busy, like you said. I think honestly, during basketball season, you and I were like ships passing in the night at times. I was like, we wave at each other, but we didn't really get a chance to connect because it was just, it was moving and grooving. So, but yeah, things are moving along here. We got a lot of stuff to finish up here as we move towards consolidation, and yeah, just taking everything one bite at a time. So.
Well, we've had a lot of things happen here with the start of the first of the year. So tell us a little bit about what's happened since. We've had lots of great excitement happening with the activities, but also with everything kind of transpiring as the temperature started to rise.
Sure. So obviously, good end of the year in terms of winter sports, especially for boys basketball. I thought they did a great job, and looking forward to the success down the road. Track is doing well. Golf is doing well in the spring. So things are heating up for those sports here in the spring season, and just like just like we knew, bringing the kids together has been good for success, good for building programs, and we're looking forward to doing the same thing with combining our kids in the classroom. And so that's been the focus. Is we have to, even though EM has gone through accreditation and Friend has gone through accreditation, now EMF has to go through accreditation starting right now. So been working with NDE on what that looks like, what they need from us. Everything from policies and procedures to evaluation tools for the teachers, and what our assessment policies are, and all that kind of stuff right now. And we'll get into more of that over the summer as well. So doing a lot of paperwork, doing a lot of figuring out, meeting with people, and then also getting ready to move rooms this summer. So that'll be the fun piece. Just dig in and start getting people where they need to be.
And of course, first and foremost, anybody want to help out moving the teachers over, get a hold of this man right here. He'd be glad to talk to you very soon. So we'll put it out there right away. Yeah, we've been just running every so often here. We'd see each other and say hi. But yeah, you brought up EMF and stuff like that. I mean, like I said, we've talked so much about the state of Friend. It's a lot of things now we should transition into the state of EMF, because that's going to come before we know it. And you kind of gave us a little taste. I know there's been some other things happening too, like the lunch program, stuff like that. Can you kind of give us an update on what's been going on with the transition?
Sure. So, like with anything, when you're putting two schools that do things differently together, there's going to be a lot of discussion that needs to be had about what is it going to look like together? And one of those things was the lunch program, the school meal program. So Friend was on the federal lunch program, and EM for the last 9 years, I believe, has not. So kind of going through the nuts and bolts, going through some of the information in the end, looking at continuing with what Exeter Milligan has done in the past, and in terms of the lunch program, and kind of going from there. So that's kind of where we're at right now with the lunch program. So
I was going to say, you probably have a lot of happy kids right now hearing that good news. So
there've been a few. Yeah.
yeah, I was going to say, I know my boy in particular, but that's another story, another time. But of course, lots of things happening here towards the hottest summer. You got lots of, like you said, lots of paperwork going on. What's the time frame looking here this summer? I know with Sheffield moving aside here in July. What is that? How's you got a little time left with him? What are the things you guys got to get done here before fall season hits?
Well, one of the things that we need to do is, we talk about all the big things, but even some of the small things need to get hit on. One of them is the website. We have two very different school websites. We, after a lot of discussion there, we kind of agreed that the base that Exeter Milligan uses as a website is more user friendly. So that's kind of the direction we're going to be going, but it's going to have to be redesigned, a new domain. One of the things with this company that we're using is they also have an announcement system. So we plan on utilizing that in the future for school closings, for getting the word out to people, not only using social media, but using that website has an interface for reaching everybody in one swoop. So we plan on using that. We also plan on using that company as a part of the management for interactions between parents and teachers in terms of communication. So what we really are looking for is a one-stop shop for communication with patrons. So, and social media will still play a role, and that can actually be funneled through this too. But we're just looking to kind of streamline communication as we move forward. So that's one of the big things we're looking at as well. Sheffield's he's done at the end of June. So we're just working together on that transition. As he's joked to me, it's kind of a fade to black for him, and so that fade is already started a little bit and will continue. But this summer we'll be working on the budget, and we have to merge two separate budgets. So I'll be picking his brain on what that's going to look like, things that he's done, because every superintendent kind of does it a little differently. And so what I'll be doing is picking his brain. It'll still be the budget that I have to do, but it's going to be it's going to be picking his brain to make sure everything is kind of lined up correctly before he fades completely to black. So doing that, and then the moving of rooms, and yeah, it'll be fun.
It's exciting, isn't it? I mean, have you kind of sat at home going, crap, this is it's like
I would say this Easter weekend probably gave me a little more time to reflect and go like, oh man, here we are, here it is, and so that did kind of shoot some excitement into me a little bit. So looking forward to the challenges that are coming, and just like with anything, change. There'll be bumps here and there. There'll be things that either we thought would go this way and it didn't, and we'll have to adjust or whatever the case is. But yeah, it's an exciting time.
Well, and that's the best part about it is you got basically an open canvas, so you could just this is the best time to test the water, see what works, what doesn't. And you've had a lot of opportunities, I know, with certain activities added onto the plate this year, these past couple of years. I mean, overall, I mean, what have you guys thought about with everything kind of coming together full circle here with EMF? I mean, the activities, the academics. I mean, what's been going through your head?
Well, just as always, when we move forward with this, the co-op leading to consolidation. The kids have been the driving force. The kids have been the kids have been the focal point, and the activities, the things we've added, the things that we've come together on have been, I think, have been beneficial for the kids. And I think that's, you keep that mindset, we're going to be in a good place. It's just, you don't know everything. And you're right. It is kind of a blank canvas, but we're trying to take the best of both worlds as we merge things together. And, tweaks might have to happen here or there, but it really has been taking a look at what we do, taking a look at what we can do together, and just seeing what would be best for kids and keeping that kid first mindset.
We're talking here one-on-one with Mr. Anderson, brought to you by Nebraska Equipment in Seward. And Mr. Anderson, tell us, has there been some stories from kids that kind of stand out for you as this process kind of moves into from 2 to 1?
Well, I think, I don't know if I have a story in particular. I just look at the camaraderie that has happened through the co-oping of all the activities, and even a little trash talking with what little the quiz bowl being one, because
Yes,
I got a kid that's in junior high quiz bowl, and so the last little bit of competitiveness, as we are still apart in that one, but it's still always friendly. It's still always it's still always positive. The kids, just in general, seeing kids interact, seeing kids together from two different buildings, two different schools, has been just the best part of this whole thing. And when you get a comment from someone over, in another school district, like, I can't even tell which kids are from Friend and which kids are from EM, like that makes me proud, because it's totally embraced at the kid level. And that's, I wouldn't have it any other way. So
I was going to say I can relate to that on the esports thing too. That was that's heated to say the least, but good competitive nature, and
Sure.
then that's the other thing too that I've noticed, that having both sides come together, and when they've competed at state, I mean, you can't tell, it's everybody's together as one, so that's the biggest thing. So
yeah, pretty proud of that.
Well, and then it's one of those things. Yeah, I mean, you look at it, then you look at the opposite side. You got a senior class that the last hoorah, they say. I mean, little tear.
Yep.
I got me getting to experience some of the competitive nature too, watching these seniors play and throughout the year, and their last swan song. Tell us a little bit about the senior class there at Friend, and
well, it's a great group of kids, and I know the EM seniors too. There's a great group of kids over there. Here it's just kind of, you're right. It's kind of the swan song. We're kind of, it's been hard to take a step back and soak it all in when you're in the heat of everything we're trying to do for next year already. But got a great group of kids. Just they've worked their tails off, been respectful for the most part. They've done what they've had to do, and I know there's some scholarships rolling in now. I expect good things on that front for them, because they put in a lot of time and a lot of effort. I could say the same thing on the Exeter Milligan side. I know some of those seniors fairly well, and they've done the same thing. They've just kept their nose to the grindstone and done what they needed to do for success. So,
and then especially taking an opportunity like that and leading both together,
mm-hmm.
whether it was on the court or in the classroom. That's the biggest thing, and they handled it with class and dignity. So
there was definitely some good senior leadership, on from both schools with all the different activities. Yeah, so it's a good way to kind of put a bow on this whole thing, I feel like. So,
well, besides that, I know your time's precious, and I always appreciate getting to talk to you. But let's get one more question in here before I'll let you go here today. Some key dates, key things looking ahead here as spring continues on. I know we'll talk probably one more time here before the end of the school year, but what are some things that patrons, parents, and everybody need to be aware of as we get into May and graduation time?
Yeah. So coming up this next week on the 1st, May 1st, is going to be the activities night in Friend at 7 o'clock for the high school. Junior high is at 6. There'll be a little intermission in between. Good chance to celebrate what we've done together, what the kids have been able to accomplish together. So looking forward to that. So that's kind of a big thing. And then you start looking at for Friend, we have the academic awards night on Tuesday the 6th, and then a graduation. Both of us graduate the same day.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of an issue with, we got junior high track. The Pioneer Conference track meets that day too, so we're going to be shuttling kids around everywhere. But graduation is May 10th. So, and I know we'll be at 2 different sites for the last time, and we'll both do justice to saying farewell to these seniors and to kind of saying goodbye to the way things were and start looking ahead towards the future. So I think it's just kind of cool that we both have always had graduation the same day, and so it's just one of those things that we just had in common. It's going to be kind of cool moving forward. We'll just keep that same date and keep rolling together. So, but those are some of the things coming up. And then we do have the end of school, on the 20th for Friend. And then we have 3 now teacher work days so that we can prepare for the move. So,
Delightful.
oh yeah. Now it's a blessing in disguise, because now at least we'll have plenty of time to pack up and get ready. So yeah, it'll be good.
Well, like I said before, if anybody can help the teachers out over there at Friend and Exeter Milligan as well, contact Mr. Anderson. And also, if anybody wants to get a hold of you, questions, comments, concerns, how do they get a hold of you, Mr. Anderson?
Just call the school, call the front office. They'll patch me through, and if I'm running around and I can't, I'll definitely get back to you. You can always also, make an appointment, stop by. And my door has been maybe not quite as open as it used to be with some of the stuff going on that I'm working on, but I always try to make time for people who want to talk. So if you have anything in mind on your mind, I know I had someone stop by my house yesterday just to talk, and that was great. We got some exciting things coming next year, and they wanted to know that they approved and appreciated what we were trying to do. So, but yeah, just find me. You can call, stop by. Yeah, I'm game. So.
Well, if you do, please bring some root beer along for the ride. Yeah, that's all that matters. But nevertheless, it's always good to have somebody come up and a lot of love on my end to you guys too. I mean, for everything, and we'll talk one more time. But he's got to get going. He's got track here at the time of this recording, so I appreciate you giving me the time as always. And until next time, my friend, I appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate all that you do for us. It's a great relationship that we have. So thank you.
Well, Mr. Anderson, well, until next time, this is One on One.